that I put a lot of these 30-minute yogas on my YouTube channel. Just because I have some people that found me during the pandemic when all I was doing was stuff on YouTube. And so I still put some videos out so that they can continue to do them. So you can always look up Teresa Labreck on YouTube. And if you ever want to do another class or something, or if you have a favorite, you can go there and look for it.
Great.
Let me mute you.
Okay.
Just so you don't end up hearing you on the video. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let's start in our seats. And we'll just find that nice seat. We're going to extend our legs out front. And just give those shoulders a nice roll back. Sit up tall on those sits bones. Feel a lift through the sides of the waist. On your inhale, just reach your fingertips to the sky. See if you can get a little more height through the sides of your waist. And then take the right side and lift it taller than the left. Then relax that right side. And exhale, start to reach that left side. Just really open up that space between the vertebrae. And again, the right side stretches taller than left. And the right side releases and the left side is taller than the right. This right reach your tall, that left arm is going to drop. Start to reach that right arm up and over. Opening the palm, you'll deepen through that rib cage all the way down to those fingertips. Then as you release that right shoulder, you'll drop it forward, turn your palm so that your thumb's up. Bring it to the outside of that left leg. At the same time, your left fingertips are out to that left side. Your left hand pushes against the ground. Your right hand pushes against the outside of that left leg. You start opening that space behind the shoulder blade. We take a deep breath. Then we release that right arm. Inhale and reach fingertips to the sky. The left side grows taller than the right. The right side releases. The elbow and shoulder soften. The fingertips reach over. We open the palm. And then we stretch even further, looking up toward the sky. Really try to open up through that rib cage. Make sure that right shoulder is released out of it. And then we take that left hand to the outside of that right leg. We reach it toward the ankle. Those right fingertips are pushing to nudge that right shoulder back. The same time that left back of hand is pressing against the outside of that right leg, opening that space behind the shoulder. We take a breath there. Then we release. We bring it all the way up. Here we'll lift our heels up off the floor or work towards pulling those toes in so you feel your heels get lighter. The shoulder blades will release, the arms will come forward, and we'll just get into that forward hinge. Long sideways, the long length through the back of the legs. Take a breath in, lift your rib cage a little bit. And see if you can deepen. Inhale again, we lift. Then we keep those toes pulled in, we lower the elbows, let the forehead drop. Give your head a gentle nod, like say no. So here we're focusing on rounding the spine, opening the space between the vertebrae, and then pull against your legs, see if you can get your forehead a little closer. Then release those arms again and give that head a gentle nod. Nice spinal opening. Then we'll let our legs relax, tuck into your low belly, round your spine. Inhale, reach the top. Exhale, bring your fingertips to the ground, step your feet in. If it feels okay to pause in this low spot, releasing the tailbone, still getting heavy through the forehead. You can stay there or go to forward fold if that's more comfortable for your knees. We'll take a breath. Then we'll press heels to ground. Let those arms fold over the top of your head. We have softness in our knees as we take a breath. Inhale. On our exhale, bring hands out onto our shins. Lengthen the spine, lengthen through the back of your legs. If you do have blocks, you can always bring those blocks out from your toes to help maintain that pose. And then we soften into the knees. We bring our hands to our thighs, just a couple cat-cow spines here. Push away, cat spine, take your tailbone, soften your chin. Release the ribcage, cow spine. Look forward with your collarbones. Then prods and round. Inhale, release cat. This press and round is going to bring us all the way up into our mountain pose, where we'll feel our feet pulling in toward each other. Fingertips are reaching down, finding that full strength through your whole body. Nice and strong through those feet. Inhale, reach tall. Let your right arm soften behind your back as your left arm reaches over. Give your left hip a little push away. Open that left palm, look under. Then we release the arms, we sway over to our left. Open that right palm, look under, push the hip away. So this is sway palm. And then inhale, we switch or reach over to the right. Exhale, we switch or reach over to the left. One more time. Inhale, switch or reach to the right a little deeper. And then switch or reach to the left. Then inhale, we'll bring it all the way up. Bring your hands to your heart. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Then strengthening through those feet. Sit back into our chair. Forward weight comes to our heels here. Our toes are soft. Collarbones are reaching forward. Deepen into the hips. Feel like the soles of your feet are pulling in. Pause there, just warming up through those hips in. Then we'll bring hands to thighs, lift the hips, slide the hands back down. Then soften the knees. You can have hands on blocks here if you prefer. Step back and we'll wiggle the ball of that right foot away. Pushing that right heel back. Really try to get some nice length through that calf. Then we'll tap. Drop the toes under. We'll take our left foot and we're just going to rotate it out to the left. With your left elbow on the inside, pull to your pinky toe side of your foot and push that hip open. Maybe bring your right elbow down there if that is comfortable for you. It's wherever that works. We're just trying to open up through that hip a little deeper. Then that left hand will come in, your right hand will come in. Bring those left toes back to the front, then move their left hand to your left. Sweep your right arm up. Reach through those fingertips. Then press through the top of your right foot will help lengthen that space down the front. Then we'll bring the right fingertips back down. The left forearm will be on your left. You'll tuck your right toe, push that heel, then drop the heel flat. Here we feel our feet pushing away from each other. So we sweep that right arm into side ankle pose. We're stretching that whole right side, finding that full lift. We'll take a breath there. Then we'll push out that left leg, stand tall. Then to get into that hamstring on that left side, we'll drop our shoulders, release the arms. Hinge out to the left, lifting out of that left hip, reach through the fingertips. You should feel some nice length through the back of the leg. Then we'll gently lower that left hand and reach the right arm. Maybe slide that left hand down a little further, and then nudge that right shoulder back. See if you can stack it on top of the left as you look up at those right fingers. Just really feel that left hip going back. Bring awareness to that hamstring. Then we'll bend that left knee, slide that left elbow back up. As you sweep your right fingertips forward, you'll rotate the hip. We'll shift our weight, bring the the right foot forward, and we'll go back to that forward fold. We'll take a breath. Then bring your hands to your shins and lengthen into that posture. And again, we'll soften the knees, fingertips on the floor or on box. Step your left foot. So with the blocks, right? So hands will be right under your shoulders. That left heel is reaching back as far as you can. Finding that length through your calves. Make sure your right knee is straight up over the ankle. Then we'll tap that left knee down. Drop the toes under. Here we take that right foot, we heel toe it out. So our toe is out 45 degrees. We push that hip open, rolling onto our pinky toe. Maybe your left elbow comes down. It can be on a block, it can be on the floor, or you can stay with a straight arm. Make sure your right ankle stays straight. You're nudging that full hip open to the side. You'll just breathe into that space. Then we'll bring that right foot back to the mat. Bring your right elbow, a right hand to your right thigh. Sweep your left arm up. Push your hips forward. So you can create a little back bend there. Crescent lunge. Pressing through top of left foot. Then those left fingertips come back down. That right forearm finds that right thigh. Tuck the left toe, push the heel. Then drop that left heel flat. Straighten through your legs. Sweep that left arm up and over. And stretch full length. Finding that full length through that spine. Deep, breathe. And then you press strong on that. Lift it all the way up. Reach that right arm. Drop your shoulders. Release your arms forward and down. Focus on that right hip. Lifting limbs. As you begin to out, reaching through those right fingertips. And when you're ready, lower that right leg down, root it out. It's you to lift that. Then nudge the left shoulder to side. The left fingers. Hold that full length in the hands. And we bend that right knee side. Rotate left shoulder, left hip. And we'll bring our fingertips to the ground. Shift your weight. Step your right foot back. Find out as you look down at your hands. Spread your fingertips. You can middle digit pointing straight in. Palms and toes should feel like they're pointing toward each other. Then push away from the ground. Lift your hips. Look back at your toes. Then lift your right heel. Let your left heel get deeper. See if your rib cage can reach through your thighs, toward your thighs a little deeper. Then we'll switch the heel. The right heel will sink, the left on the left. Then we sink both. Then inhale, we come out to our plank, toning into that core space. Half the knees down. Let your elbows squeeze the rib cage as you lower your hips. Pull your shoulders back. Top of the head reaches. Now you can be right here in the Sphinx pose. In Sphinx pose, our elbows are pulling back toward the rib cage. Shoulders are releasing, top of the head toward the sky. Top of the feet pressing down. Or slide those hands in, elbows lift as we find our cobra. Or of course, there's up dog if you prefer. A deep breath. Inhale, we lower it down. We slide our hands to the side of the waist, shoulders back, elbows in. Tone your belly. Those front hip bones lift away from the ground. We push. We come out to our plank. Then we exhale it into our down dog. Again, we're pushing our palms forward, reaching the chest through. A deep breath. Then the heels lift. We look forward. We move to the front of our hands. Chest to thumbs. We fold and up and down. Exhale, we lengthen that back. With softness in knees, hands and thighs, cat spine around. Cat spine release. This cat spine around all the way up until we stand in our mat. Then we reach to the sky, inhale. We do that swaying pop. Drop your left arm, sweep your right arm over. Then we sweep those arms over to the right, lengthen through the left. Then inhale, we reach up. Hands settle to the heart, shoulders release. We strengthen through the feet. We sit into our chair. Feel those inner thighs in, palm through the sides. Then we're just going to lift up. Bring your weight to your left foot, step your right foot. We'll wiggle the toes of that right foot back. Then we'll reach your palms to the side, hinge forward. This is runner's lunge. With that long right side, our left knee is straight up over the ankle. Then we'll take those arms, sweep them up to the sky. You can bring left hand on the thigh if that's more comfortable. Lift your right heel and soften it down and see if we can get a little back bend here for that full crescent. We take a breath. Then as you reach your fingertips up, lower left forearm. Sweep your right arm up and over as you rotate open that right hip. And we land in that side ankle pose. Strengthening through that right side of the body. Then we'll push off left foot, stand tall. Here's that gentle warrior. We'll drop the shoulders, release the arms. Hinge out to your left, lifting right hip. Lower left hand down, reach right arm up. Looking toward those right fingertips. And we'll bend that knee, pull that right arm back, left arm forward. There's your warrior two. Shoulders release away from ears. Feet strengthen. Make sure that left knee is reaching out towards your pinky toe. Then we'll drop that right arm, open that left palm, look at it as it reaches up and over. Lift out of the left ribs, inhale. Exhale, we release right arm, we go in big windmill arms as we rotate that right hip forward. We bring our fingertips down, shift the weight, step the left foot back. There's that plank. Exhale, strong hands presses into our down dog. Lifting the tailbone, deepening the heels. Take a deep breath. Exhale, lift your heels, come forward to plank. Knees or toes. Inhale, elbows in. Hips soften. Your sphinx, your cobra, or your up dog. What do you prefer? A deep breath. Make sure those shoulders are away from the ears. We inhale in. Then we brace up, lifting those front hip bones off the ground. Push away. Up the toes. Press through, down. Looking back at your toes. Go ahead and paddle those heels. Turn your head under each arm. Help release the neck. And we look forward, lift those heels, move to the front of the mat. Spread those toes, chest and thighs, we fold. Inhale, lengthen. As you bring softness to knees, hands move to thighs. Have the chin press round, spine. Inhale, release cat spine, look forward. This cat spine pulls us all the way up. We pull the shoulders away, find it down. Inhale, we reach up. We sweep those arms over to the right. Sweep. We sweep them up and over to our left. Inhale, fingertips to sky. Exhale, hands down. Down. Put your shoulders away from your ears. Find a focal point. Something about 45 degrees out in front of me. Some people like to go straight ahead. Whatever works for you. Lift your hips. See if you can engage those inner ankles and work towards stillness in your body. When you feel ready, keep the sides of the waist lifted. Start bending your knees and see if you can go into a balanced chair. You want those collarbones to reach out front. Dropping into your tailbone and engage those inner ankles so they draw toward each other. Breathe in. Exhale, we press our weight back to our heels and wiggle our toes. Inhale, we sweep, reach atop. This time with extended arms, turn your palms in, drop your shoulder blades. Can you do that lift of your heels there? Hold, inhale. Exhale, turn your pinky fingers in, drop your shoulder blades. If hands to heart feels better, you're welcome to go there. Drop into that posture. Breathe. And then we press the weight back to our heels. We bring our hands to our right thigh. We step our left foot. Wiggle the toes of that left foot away. Right shin straight up. Arms reach down. Here's that runner's lunge. Nice long line through your bellies. Then we do that sweep of the arms up. We reach them to the sky. Drop the shoulder blade. Lift that left heel, soften it down, and then maybe a little rounding of that back for our we breathe. We reach up top. Lower that right corner to that right thigh. To drop your left heel. Push the knee away. Sweep that left arm and over. Really lengthen that. Leave that side and drop them down. And as you push the right leg, reach up. Right. Drop your shoulder blades away from the feet. Release your arms. Looking at those right fingertips. Hinge out. Lift on that right hip up. And lower right hand down. Left shoulder up. Lifting out a right hip. Lengthen your hamstring. Then we'll bend into that right knee. Strengthen your legs. Pull that left arm back, right arm. And shoulders drop, warrior two. Looking at right fingers. Strengthening through those legs. When we lower the arms, either across the back or down the legs. Open right, lift your reach back. The right side. In. Exhale, we push up. With left heel, pivot your upper body forward. Bring your fingertips to the ground. Here we shift your weight, step that right foot back. Exhale, press through to your down dog. Lift the tailbone, deepen the heels, a deep breath. Inhale, our heels lift. We come forward, elbows in, knees or toes, hips soften, your choice here. Out dog cobra or space. Inhale, we lower. Hands stay to the sides of the waist. Tuck that belly, push away. Press through to your down. Beautiful. Looking back at your toes, pull your heels up and down. And we lift our heels, we bring our knees wide. Settle the hips into your child's pose. Your forehead gets heavy. Your arms release to the sides of the body. Make sure your knees are out wide. Create some space between your heels to sit your tailbone. Any movement here that feels nice for you. A deep breath inhale. Long. With your next breath, gently round the spine up. Hips move to the side so we can move those legs out. Giving yourself plenty of space behind. Open those knees with us as we roll to the back. Bring your fingertips to the base of your skull. Lift the base of your skull away from your shoulders. Lengthen the back of your neck. And soften your jaw there. Relax the space around your eyes. Hands to your knees. Draw some circles. Then go the other way. Then we'll hug the knees in. You're going to peel your tailbone away from the ground. We'll keep the right knee and lower your left foot to the floor. Move your right ankle onto your left. And as you lift the left foot up and in, hands reach behind the hamstring or around your shin. We'll hug it in close. The right ankle is flexed so it doesn't have any rotation to it. We're lengthening across that right glute to the hip, the lower back. Taking a long inhale, making sure head, neck, and shoulders are so relaxed. We exhale. As we lower left foot, right foot releases, comes down to the ground. That left ankle comes across. Again, we keep that ankle 90 degrees, nice flexion. As that right foot comes in, hands either behind the hamstring, around the shin, try not to pull directly on your knee. And again, we feel the tailbone being drawn away from the ground. Maybe we move through that hip space a little bit. Relax head, neck, and shoulders. Take a long exhale. One more inhale. And you release. Toes go to the sky, either toes to sky, dead bug, knees are bent 90, or your happy baby, knees are wide. You allow that rocking through your lower back space. And neck and shoulders still relaxed. As you inhale, try to soften into that space. And when you exhale, just feel your body go heavy into your legs. You shouldn't feel any effort on these poses. Right? We just feel gravity doing the work here. We take one more inhale. And we draw the legs in. Lower your toes to the ground. Choose where you want to spend Shavasana. Maybe you drop your feet into butterfly. Or walk your toes wide, drop your knees together, knee. Or any variation of corpse pose. Knees bent, legs extended. And then we just allow our body to go into a resting space. We relax that space around the eyes again. Soften the brow, relax the jaw. Then we try to slow our inhales in through the nose. Long, slow exhales, also through the nose. Each inhale tries to fill the lungs. You feel your chest and belly space expand. The exhale empties all that space. And we'll bring light movement to fingertips and toes. Move through your ankles and your ribs. Stepping your knees in one at a time, plant your pinky toes to the outer edge of your mat. Let your spine continue to rest into the mat. You gently windshield wiper those knees, reaching them as far as they can drop on each side. And we'll gently draw the knees into the chest. So a nice big hug. And this pose can be dropped over to one side. Your feet will close on the side if you prefer. Take a long inhale. And exhale. With your next breath, gentle movement into a seated position. Whatever seat is feeling best for you at this moment. Two big shoulder roll back. If you always come up and fold your legs in the same pattern, try mixing it up, switching which leg you have forward or which leg you have out to the corner if you're going there. Let some shoulders release away from your ears. Fingertips and thumbs touch as we can. Exhale, we drop those shoulder blades even heavier. Then next inhale, reaches fingers to the sky. Exhale, moves hands through heart center. And it's with a gentle bow forward that we say namaste. So good.
Oh,
Thank you for
so
being
much.
here.